If you sold one of these 5 trucks in the last 10 years, I'm gonna be straight with you. You messed up. And you're not the only one. Right now, owners across the country are watching in disbelief as these old rigs hold their value better than gold, while brand new trucks with $90,000 price tags are bricking themselves before they even hit 50,000 miles. We are living in a strange era. In 2026, the American truck has changed. It's no longer a tool, it's a lifestyle accessory. Manufacturers are in a race to see who can cram the most sensors, the biggest screens, and the most fragile turbochargers into a vehicle. They want you focused on the massage seats and the 360-degree cameras so you don't notice that the actual truck part of the truck is built to fail the moment the warranty expires. Think about it. We used to buy trucks to work, to haul, to last. Now, a single emission sensor failure can put your truck into limp mode, leaving you stranded on the side of the highway with a 30-foot trailer and no way to get home. That's not progress. That's planned obsolescence. But there's a resistance movement happening. People are realizing that the old iron was actually the peak of automotive history. The 5 trucks we are discussing today represent the era before the industry decided the trucks needed to be rolling smartphones. These are the rigs that veteran mechanics, the guys who have spent 40 years under a lift, keep in their own driveways. If you agree that a truck should be a partner for life, not a liability for 5 years, hit that subscribe button right now. We're building a community of people who value American steel over plastic gadgets.
Number 5. The Ford 7.3-liter Power Stroke, 1994 to 2003. Starting our list at number 5 is a legend that needs no introduction in the diesel community. The Ford F-250 and F-350 heavy-duty models equipped with the 7.3-liter Power Stroke diesel, built between 1994 and 2003. The mechanical foundation. If you talk to any veteran diesel mechanic, the kind of guy who can diagnose an engine just by the sound of the idle, and you ask him what the most reliable diesel engine ever put in a pickup is, 9 times out of 10, he's going to say the 7.3. This engine was born from a partnership between Ford and Navistar International during a time when engineers were allowed to overbuild. There were no diesel particulate filters, DPF, no diesel exhaust fluid, DEF, to refill every few thousand miles, no exhaust gas recirculation, EGR systems choking the motor with its own soot just to meet a government mandate. It was just a massive cast iron monster designed to move mountains. The million-mile reality. I've seen these trucks with 400,000, 500,000, and even 700,000 miles on the original engine and transmission. There are confirmed cases of these trucks crossing the 1 million mile mark. Let that sink in for a second. 1 million miles. Meanwhile, guys buying brand new diesel trucks today are crossing their fingers and praying they make it to 100,000 without a $5,000 emissions failure. The 7.3 doesn't care about sensors or software, it just runs. It's noisy, it's slow compared to a modern truck, and it smells like real work, but it will never leave you stranded. The regret factor. This is why these trucks are selling for insane prices on the used market in 2026. People are waking up. The guys who sold their 7.3 Power Strokes 10 years ago to upgrade to a newer, quieter 6.0 or 6.4 liter are full of regret today. They traded a lifetime partner for a high-maintenance headache. If you have one of these in your driveway, you are holding on to a piece of American history that will never be replicated. Do not let some dealer talk you into a trade-in. You already own the best truck ever made.
Number 4. The 12-valve Cummins, 1994 to 1998. Taking the number 4 spot is a truck that diesel enthusiasts talk about like it's a holy relic. The Dodge Ram 2500 and 3500 with the 12-valve Cummins diesel, built from 1994 to 1998. Commercial DNA. If the 7.3 is a legend, the 12-valve Cummins is a god. This engine didn't start in a pickup, it came from the commercial world. It was designed to power buses, farm equipment, and heavy machinery that ran 24 hours a day. When Dodge dropped it into a pickup, they essentially gave regular consumers a locomotive engine. The P-Pump legend. What makes the 1994 to 1998 models so special is the P7100 mechanical injection pump. This is the part mechanics dream about. There are no computers, no sensors, no fancy electronics telling the engine when to fire. It is a fully mechanical system. If the world fell apart tomorrow and the power grid went down, this truck would still start. You can literally maintain and even rebuild this entire fuel system with a basic set of hand tools and a little common sense. Try doing that with a 2026 high-pressure common rail system that requires a $3,000 diagnostic laptop just to prime the fuel pump. Why you should never sell. The 12-valve is a million-mile motor. It laughs at the concept of a 300,000-mile life cycle. Owners who held on to these are sitting on gold mines. Everyone wants them, and for good reason. The ones who sold their 12-valve for a newer Ram with more bells and whistles found out the hard way that those bells and whistles come with a side of constant repairs. The 12-valve just keeps chugging. It's simple, it's loud, and it's indestructible. If you own one, you have the ultimate insurance policy against the modern automotive industry. Number 3 is the Toyota Tundra 5.7-liter V8, 2009 to 2018. Coming in at number 3 is a truck that redefined the word reliability for the half-ton segment. The Toyota Tundra with the 5.7-liter V8, specifically the 2009 to 2018 models. Over-engineered excellence. I know, some of you domestic-only guys are rolling your eyes, but listen to the data. When Toyota decided to compete with the Big Three, they didn't just build a truck, they over-engineered the hell out of it. They took the Toyota way and applied it to a full-size V8 platform. The million-mile Tundra. Most of you have heard the story of the guy who put 1 million miles on his 2007 Tundra. Toyota was so shocked, they gave him a brand new truck just so they could tear his old one apart to see what made it last. Do you know what they found? The engine was still within factory specs. That isn't luck, that's elite engineering. Simplicity is king. The 5.7-liter V8 is naturally aspirated. No turbos, no superchargers, no complicated forced induction systems waiting to fail when you're towing a boat up a steep grade. Toyota kept this same basic platform for almost 15 years, while the competition was busy chasing trends. While Ford was adding twin turbos and GM was experimenting with cylinder deactivation, which led to massive lifter failures, Toyota just kept building the same reliable V8. They found what worked, and they stuck to it. This truck doesn't nickel and dime you. It doesn't throw random codes. It just works. The resale value on these Tundras is absolutely insane in 2026 because people realize that a used 2015 Tundra is a safer bet than almost any new truck on the market today. If you have one, hold on tight. You've got a rare breed of modern reliability that is quickly disappearing. Number 2. The Toyota Tacoma from 1995 to 2015. At number 2, we have the king of the mid-size segment, the Toyota Tacoma, specifically the first and second generations built from 1995 to 2015. The formula for success. The Tacoma didn't try to be a luxury car. It didn't try to have the most horsepower or the biggest screen. It was just a tough, honest, well-built little truck. And somehow, in 30 years, no other manufacturer has been able to replicate that magic formula. The bulletproof engines. Whether you have the 2.7-liter four-cylinder or the legendary 3.4-liter and 4.0-liter V6s, you are driving one of the most reliable powertrains ever conceived. There's no direct injection nonsense, no turbochargers to blow, and no stop-start systems killing your starter every time you hit a red light. These are real engines built to last 400,000 miles. A truck that pays you. Here is the most incredible thing about the Tacoma. If you bought one brand new 20 years ago, drove it for 200,000 miles, and decided to sell it today, you'd probably get half of your money back, or more. The resale value is ridiculous. People are paying $15,000 or $20,000 for 20-year-old Tacomas with high mileage because they know the truck will still outlast a brand new competitor. The guys who sold their tacos thinking they'd just get another one later are finding out that clean examples are disappearing. If you have a first or second-gen Tacoma, you aren't just driving a truck, you're driving an appreciating asset. It's gold on 4 wheels. Don't let it go.
Number 1. The Ford F-150 from 1997 to 2008. Finally, we've reached the number 1 spot. The truck that veteran mechanics say is the last of the true Ford workhorses. The Ford F-150 built from 1997 to 2008. A different animal. I know the F-150 is the best-selling truck in America, but the trucks Ford built during this 11-year window were a completely different breed than the aluminum-bodied, turbocharged computers they sell today. This was the era of the 10th and 11th generations. The last of the DIY trucks. This was the last time you could pop the hood of an F-150 and actually see the engine. You could work on it in your own garage without needing a factory-certified scan tool just to change a spark plug. These trucks had real steel bodies and the modular V8 engines, the 4.6-liter and the 2-valve 5.4-liter. These motors weren't trying to win any fuel efficiency awards. They weren't trying to be the fastest. They were just built to work. And work they did. Contractors, farmers, and tradesmen loved these trucks because they were simple and tough. The upgrade trap. So many guys traded these in for the next generation and immediately regretted it. They traded simplicity for a truck that was harder to fix and more expensive to own. The 1997 to 2008 F-150 didn't play games with your wallet. It didn't have phantom electrical issues. It was a tool, plain and simple. In 2026, finding a clean, rust-free F-150 from this era is like finding a needle in a haystack, and the people who have them are refusing to sell. If you have one of these 10th or 11th gen workhorses, cherish it. It represents the end of an era when Ford truly built Ford tough without the asterisks. Thanks for watching.